go. Come on, something. Come on. Ah! Swing and a miss.
There's a lot of spunk.
Don't throw it wide.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Unbelievable.
Super Mega Baseball's finest competitors went head-to-head this season, duking it out over a long and challenging campaign. We bear witness tonight to half of the Final Four, two players who stormed their way through all in their path. A massive step toward the XBL's most coveted prize is on the line. The postseason winds are roaring, and the fans hunger for competition. It's time to rumble! This is the XBL semifinals!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into another production of the Cross-Platform Baseball League. This is the XBL semifinals, games number 3 and 4, between the defending champion Lazy and the challenger MikeTheCuch. As always, I'm Weaver for Prez on the play-by-play tonight, and I'm joined in the booth by one of the co-commissioners of the league, Dwayne. How you doing tonight, Dwayne? First 2 games of the series were awesome. I'm sure you can't wait for these.
Yes, Weaver, they were indeed fantastic. I'm feeling very good tonight. Glad to be with you in the booth. And yeah, the first 2 games of the series were extremely electric, back and forth, honestly, throughout, and it's going to be great tonight.
Going to be great indeed. If you didn't get to catch those first 2 games, well, first of all, I'm sorry, but second of all, game 1, Lazy in the driver's seat the whole way, leading by a large margin. We were thinking about possible mercy rules coming into effect. Instead, it was the 9th inning. Mike scoring a bunch. He lost the game by 1. I believe into the 9th inning it was 11-3. Final score 11-10. So Mike showing his resiliency there. He carried that momentum over into game 2, where he flat out dominated Lazy, didn't he?
Yeah, that was one of the more expert games we've ever seen played on this channel. I mean, to go up against the defending champion with the vigor that Mike did in game 2, it was insane to watch. The pitching was perfect, the hitting was perfect, and playing in a bandbox like Lafayette Corner, it was something to behold.
Was indeed a lot of momentum on Cuch's side, but we are going into games 3 and 4, which means some slightly weaker pitchers than we've been seeing, though that will apply to both of these guys. We'll get right into the action here in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere, anyone. This is going to be awesome. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Sakura Hills, the home of the reigning champion Lazy. As you can see, the batting ego is 93. It was 90. It has been 90 for regular season and for the first 2 rounds of the playoffs. But Semifinals and World Series, just a bit harder. Has not taken away from the excitement, though. In fact, I would say it's made it even more exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen tons of action in both of these semifinals and the ego bump in the AAA semifinals as well playing its part.
Yes.
All the games have been close, all the series have been close, and these XBL playoffs have been a real treat.
So tonight, we will have Mike's perspective for you. Games 1 and 2 were from Lazy's perspective. They will alternate for the next broadcast we do.
Ball, that's up.
Mike batting with a low Flurabelle behind to start this game. Couple good takes, though. Evens the count. King Flip, the number 3 starter for the Jackals. Mike getting a leadoff knock. It gets past Lazy. Flurabelle will have 2 easily.
Yeah, with that speed, Mike's going to slide right in there safely. Very well done. It's unfortunate for Lazy to have slipped for that one. Maybe the better route would have been to have been conservative there. Either way, let's see if Mike can get this this leadoff runner across the plate.
He did score in the first in game 1 before Lazy kind of erupted and put the game out of reach. That one is out to the right fielder. She'll make the catch on this one. No tag attempt possible, even with the speed of Lil Flurabelle.
Yeah, it was a nice throw. Good arms out there.
Yeah, to tag from second to third, you really need it somewhere deep in right center field most of the time. That one ripped on the ground. I thought for a second it was going to rise into the glove of the shortstop. Instead, it's a productive out. Good base running from Mike. Now Quinton Berezino with RBI man activated.
Yeah, very dangerous. That runner 90 feet away. Mike needs a hit with 2 outs. You can see visually Mike getting a little bit of a double dip with his home and away jerseys. That one striked up the middle, but a nice catch there. That dive not missed by Lazy for out number 3.
Yeah, fantastic sliding catch by Normus in center field. That saves a run. That keeps Mike off the board and right on cue. Beaver Killer makes a nice jumping grab. Both these guys with some good defense.
Yeah, the good defense is going to have to be all over the field tonight for both teams, really. These guys are great hitters, and the runs are going to, you know, mean everything. These games mean so much more than regular season games. So anything you can save just like that without number 2 is going to be huge.
The middle infielders for Cuch Potato Nation trading leaping grabs. Dustpan Joe, thankful for that. Falling behind on Snappy Pop. Now a backdoor 2-seamer looked at by Lazy. Could have been a bit dangerous. 2-1 just misses. Mike being careful, hitting some good spots nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a good curveball right there, putting that in there.
Yeah, well, gonna go with the up and in fastball, 3-2. Lazy crushes it, Octo back. Mike has given up, and for good reason. It is way gone. A mistake fastball there is punished, and the Jackals lead early.
Yeah, it's a nice swing from Lazy with Snappy Pop, one of the stronger hitters in his lineup. I think his number 3 hitter. Mike trying to work it through with 2 outs, but just couldn't get it done. Puts a bad fastball across the plate. But if you can get out of this with only 1 run scored, I would consider that a pretty decent success.
Falling behind, though, on Kim To. Trying to work that low and away corner, but he's missed 3 in a row now. If there's anything to watch here in this game, it's the skill attributes of Dustpan Joe. They're not... They're average, really. Sometimes it feels like when you play or when you pitch to a hitter like Lazy, you need better than average. So we'll see how Mike uses it, how he stretches it if he does. There was a walk to Kim To, so a 2-out runner is aboard, following the solo shot. Trying to find that. Yeah, he's trying to paint that back door. Hasn't quite worked, at least not yet. Wanda whack. A couple great fastballs. Another 2-strike count, though. We'll see how he chooses to maneuver this one. Goes with the curve, finds the spot for the looking K. So, like you were saying, Dwayne, I think he takes that. Just the 1 solo shot.
Yeah, for sure. Solo shots aren't going to kill you. If you can give them up a few times tonight, I think Cuch Potato Nation's going to be okay. And that was just a beautiful, beautiful curveball to finish that at bat.
Mike back to the plate, now trailing. Rips that one, trying to find that hole on the right side, but it's right at Kid K, had it played well. So Craig Eula.
A lot of power in the Potatoes order, just like Lazy's. That one hit right into the ground, though.
Yeah, right into the ground for an easy out. Lazy quickly 2 down here. It'll be up to BK, has been a bit quiet in the series. Swinging on the curve. That's a base hit up the middle with 2 down. We saw in game 1 and game 2, Mike is always a threat no matter how many outs.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got a great bat, so he could find that gap or even, you know, put one over the fence at any given moment. It's just going to be a matter of the plate discipline and any mistakes Lazy's able to mitigate.
That's low.
Power swinging on 0-2 with Mickey, the trailer guy. Good take.
Ha.
Trusting his eye here.
That's outside.
And he's worked the count full. So now 3-2 is a fastball. Almost painted low and away. Instead, it's ball 4. That brings it to Dustpan Joe, runner in scoring position. And if nothing else, Mike has turned his lineup over.
Yeah, pretty good deal there for Mike. Good eye. Just exercising that plate discipline, fighting from behind in the count. That was really, really impressive to watch.
Now ahead in the count, Lazy does battle back with that fastball. Dustpan Joe looking right side, but caught by Kid K, diving in the hole. That saves a run, perhaps.
Yeah, it's got to sting. You definitely want that hit with your pitcher there, with good fielding on the first baseman, getting that done, and another lead from an infielder for Couch Potato Nation gets out number 1 in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, for Dustpan Joe so far, 1 strikeout and 3 infield leaping grabs. Maybe not the most sustainable model for success, but for now, effective. Wild changeup here. Fortunately for Cooch, sails outside the zone. Lemonzilla, the hitter for Lazy, fouling it off. Two is looked at for ball 3.
It's a big pitch. Any hitter can start something for Lazy. So, ooh, that one just missing. So now the walk. Yeah, that's gonna be big.
That missed by couldn't have been more than a couple pixels. Could be potentially costly here. Lazy, dangerous, any batter, any count. Not able to make the play there was Beaver Killer. It's a base hit up the middle. 2 have reached here for the Jackals, looking to extend that small lead.
Yeah, I don't think Mike could have timed that much better, but just unable to get it done there.
Banjo up to 30 pitches now. Runners going for Lazy. He's got the bags easily. Cooch does get the strike, but that's a very successful double steal for Lazy. Now the 0-2. Got him swinging. That's a huge out. You really, in that situation, if you want to limit the damage, you need a strikeout. It's exactly what he got.
Yeah, after the double steal, Mike wasn't too phased, I guess, just reaching back with a good fastball there to get it done. And you can see right now he's hitting his spots really well. So this is some of what I think we saw in game 2, where Mike was just able to work the zone. Let's see if he's able to get out of this inning.
He is not able to get out of it unscathed. 1 is in. 2 coming to the plate. The throw from Floribel, not in time. Looked like Mike didn't quite get enough mustard on it. So the result is a 3-0 lead for the Jackals here early.
That cutter hacked on by Lazy. It's lifted. That was a bit of a mistake pitch, I think, from Mike as well. Caught a little bit too much of the zone, but getting some soft contact, pretty rare off the Jackals bats. That's going to keep things at 3-0.
Yeah, so all 3 RBIs in this game, the solo shot in inning 1 and the 2 RBI single in inning 2, coming off a 2-strike up and in fastball that Mike did not hit a very solid bullseye on. We'll see what his 2-strike approach is going forwards. Little Floribel now takes high, so it's 2-2. Top of the lineup here for the Couch Potatoes. That one softly hit, but too lanky, even with the good speed of Floribel. It's an out. That'll bring up Noble.
Yeah, that one just not quite soft enough to get the infield dig out. There's a ton of power now from 2 down in this order, though. So Mike could try and hop back into this on any pitch. Lazy's going to have to be very careful with King Flip. You can see he doesn't have much accuracy or junk, but he does have a ton of velo.
Mike was on that fastball, but he just missed the placement. So it's popped up for the out. With nobody aboard, Beaver Killer, the switch hitter. 36 pitches for King Flip. Good strike there from Lazy.
Let's see if he tries to avoid that low portion of the zone. Mike with a ton of power and Beaver Killer was very dangerous down there.
Struck him out, climbed the ladder with the high fastball after a couple up and in curveball for a called strike, followed by an up and away curveball for a called strike. Fooled him with the heat. That ends the inning. Mike goes down 1-2-3. Goes back to work on the mound. Another missed fastball here. Those are the dangerous pitches when you don't have enough velocity to cover them.
Yeah, that's going to be what might make the difference in these early innings. So let's see if Mike can clean that up. This is a dangerous part of the order to have to navigate on the Jackals. You can see with Kimto, ton of speed, outside pitch. Mike's going to be careful with his location. Maybe by some chance work a double play.
Change up, gets Lazy chasing a bit, and it's a soft liner to Beaver killer. Mike obviously looking for a ground ball there, but he'll take the out. Very good speed on first. Mike cognizant of that fact.
Yeah, maybe using the outside pitch against Lazy a little bit there to throw off his timing where he probably thought he was expecting a fastball. Getting him a little bit with that changeup. Well done.
That curveball may be a hair too high, but nonetheless, it's a swinging foul ball. Runner going. Mickey throws down. They've got him in a pickle, and the runner is retired. Looked like Lazy. I mean, it wasn't a hit and run. He wasn't swinging. So I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe just a late jump.
And I don't know. Mike missed the spot a little bit. It became somewhat of a pseudo pitch out. If you didn't see, that just did not work out for Lazy at all. Just caught in the middle. Absolute dead duck on the bases. Full count though for Mike to have to navigate. It's hit hard by Lazy to left field, but caught by Octo easily. Will make it the first clean inning of the night for Cooch Potato Nation.
Yep, faces the minimum despite surrendering the single. So a solid inning from Mike. Now Lazy back to the mound. Locked in is King Flip. As we saw in games 1 and 2, Mike possessing as much big inning ability as anybody. He gave that one a ride, just pulled it maybe a bit too much. Over to B for the out.
Yeah, it's tough with those low and away pitches. If you pull them to get too much juice on them, you want to try maybe to drive those the other way. That curveball is absolutely crushed. I don't think the center fielder is going to get to that.
Gets to it after it hits the wall, so it's an easy double. There, I believe that was Ugly Octo. And that's going to bring up Craigula. Yeah, that curveball just not in a good spot at all. But most hitters aren't going to miss that, much less Mike. Now falling behind is Lazy. Stamina starting to diminish on King Flip. And we saw in the first couple games, it was the Jackals bullpen that was a bit of a weak link.
For sure. Behind, or full count for Mike though. Let's see what he does with it. It's a really dangerous hitter. Nicely done, hit the other way.
Yeah, excellent job staying back on the curve. Didn't get a ton of power charge on it. I think it read 60. But the placement is perfect. Puts it on the left side of the field. That puts runners at the corners, tying run to the plate. BK swinging first pitch, pops it up. It's a bit shallow. Calling off is Normus. Throws to the plate. Mike thought about challenging. Goes back.
And now he's going to have to use his bat with 2 outs. Mickey the trailer guy, very, very strong hitter in this lineup though. See what he does with him, and Mickey hits it high to right. Ooh, I think that's going to stay in fair territory.
He just missed that one. Mickey the trailer guy entering the at-bat, locked in after the caught stealing. So Mike taking that shot, just missed it. So the game stays 3-0. Mike getting a very economical out there.
He gets him early with the curveball first pitch. You'll take those all night if you can get him, especially with the pitcher like Dustpan Joe, like we mentioned a couple times.
That one cut maybe not far enough inside, so Lazy hammered it, but it went foul. 1-2 just misses. A wild backdoor cutter misses. Now an important 3-2 is a changeup. Lazy waits nicely. Berezino has to race. Right center field. Makes the catch on the track. And Mike exhales.
Yeah, I think Lazy probably sitting fastball, just not able to get enough really torque on that swing. Not enough power on that rating to just get that over the fence. It was crushed pretty hard, but it hung up there.
Working to Lanky, falling behind 3-0. See how Mike attacks way behind in the count. Lazy swinging 3-0, rips it straight up the middle, but it's right to LaFleurabelle, so it's a 1-2-3 inning, back-to-back, scoreless frames.
Yeah, it doesn't get much better 3-0 with a wild curveball like that to have your opponent just really nail one right on the nose to dead center field. Lazy can't do much more with it other than kind of sit back and get under it a little bit.
Lazy playing his outfield shallow with the pitcher at the plate. Mike looking to punish that one over the head of the second baseman, out to Amy B. It is a leadoff knock for Dustpan Joe.
Wow, that baby really had to sneak in there too between the second baseman, the right fielder, and the center fielder all playing so close together. Well done by Mike. with his pitcher to start something, perhaps.
That's also maybe a bit of extra insurance on the, if you will, the invisible mojo meter of Dustpan Joe. Teeters him a bit more towards locked in than tense, as the Fleurbell just misses a hanging curve. Should be caught, and it is.
The lineup has turned over now, so even though the easy out number one's been made, there's some danger in the bats of Noble and those who follow. King Flip starting to diminish in velocity. Lazy pitching a very good game so far, though. 4 shutout innings.
Ripped into the glove of Kid K. Goes back to the bag for the double play. Big there for the Jackals.
Yeah, that's the absolute rally killer. That's probably the worst double play for a hitter to have to experience. But for a pitcher, you love the way it feels to get that one done.
That one past the diving glove of BK's Dudeness back into right field for a leadoff single. I believe that was King Flip.
Yeah, that's no good for his mojo if you're a fan of the Cooch Potatoes. But Beaver Killer over to BK's Dudeness. Ooh,
oh,
just
wow.
enough speed.
Yeah, it looked like BK took all day on the transfer
That's down.
after he received it from Beaver Killer. So it's just the 1 out. Mike will still take it. Lazy looking to add on. He has been held scoreless in a couple of innings.
Like watching the speed, I think.
Yeah, the Lazy with that very good double steal that earned him a couple of runs. Mike not wanting to get burned twice. There goes the runner. The throw down from Mickey is a good one. He is safe. Just too much speed.
Now dangerous runner in scoring position. Mike's not going to want to give anything up, and what a good curveball. Lazy just not able to pull the trigger on it. Doesn't even really give it much of an offer. No check swing or anything.
Yeah, perhaps looking for something just a bit different, and Mike is going to get out of it. So the pitching for both of these guys, very good. 5 hits apiece. One of the 5 hits for the Jackals, of course, was a solo shot.
This
We're
is
into
more
the
what we
6th.
saw from game 2, I think.
This one popped up on the first pitch, going after that low and away changeup. Very tantalizing. Good pitch from Lazy.
Yeah, Mike's going to have to try and run these counts and get into that, like you said, bit questionable Jackal bullpen. Swinging on 2 pitches, though, giving Lazy 2 outs in the 6th is not what you want to see.
Yeah, maybe helping him out a bit too much. Pitches both, I believe, strikes, but maybe just not the best strikes to hit. Of course, 90, like we mentioned, 93 ego gonna play its part. Ugly Octo doesn't miss that fastball, but it's caught by Kid K, who has been fantastic.
Yeah, she has been fantastic, making some good plays in this game, and all night just hopping infielders all over the place. Looks like a game of, I don't know, whack-a-mole.
Now Dustpan Joe trying to get through his 6th inning. I think Mike would take that. Well, at least going into it, he would have. Kim Toe, way early on the changeup.
Yeah, nicely
Mike
switching
says-
up the timing.
Yeah, Mike says, why not do it again? He administers a pop-up for the first out.
Some good and productive outs for Mike, you know, getting the soft contact. Lazy, unable to sit back on a lot of this off-speed that Mike's offering, even choosing a lot of the time not to offer on some of those strikes. I think he just really doesn't want to have to offer at.
Under whack,
Ball inside.
third basewoman. Ahead in the count, Mike looking to get back in, and he does. So now a big decision here with 2 strikes. He likes that changeup. Almost got him.
Yeah, Lazy looked like he swung pretty late on that one, making a late decision to go after it.
So it goes back to the heat, and it freezes Lazy. That gets the mojo down on the third baseman there.
Yeah, could come into play later. We shall see how the rest of this game develops. Dustpan Joe's cruising pretty good at neutral now in this 6th inning.
Ooh, a tough dive there from Beaver Killer allows the 2-out knock. Not sure what the speed was. Probably wouldn't have had a play anyway.
Kid K
Oh,
not
actually,
fast, yeah.
Yeah, not fast. Definitely could have had a play. So Mike will need to work out of it. Lazy looking for 2-out magic. That one ripped up the middle. Back-to-back 2-out singles. Lazy as good at rallies as anyone, if not the best.
Yeah, maybe adjusting a bit to the off-speed. You could see Mike contemplating the bullpen, maybe wanting to see Dustpan Joe through one more out. Ooh, and that one might sneak through. What a catch!
An insane catch by Beaver Killer. That keeps the Jackals from scoring their 4th run.
Wow. Holy
Unbelievable
moly.
play. Maybe a momentum shift for Mike as he rips that one. Diving stop by Amy B, though. Both of these guys flashing the leather.
Yeah, in sequence too, right? One after the other, after the inning quickly switches. Now Mike's got to get something done with the bat. Already one out in the 7th.
Ball high.
Yeah, laying off a couple curveballs.
That's
Forkball
outside.
misses, so BK in the driver's seat. Oh, stares at that meaty changeup. So now a full count pitch. King flip, delivers the curve, gets him to pop up. Looked like Mike waited on it nicely. Had the 94 power charge, just missed it.
Yeah, just couldn't quite place on it. That reticle on the second baseman BK, not very large, so sometimes maybe causing a bit of a mismatch. That's a dive from Zilla at shortstop, but Mike with good speed for Mickey the trailer guy sneaks a hit in there.
Because it brings up Dustpan Joe, whose stats were very much diminishing. Merz drone, gonna get the at bat here, potentially. Lazy counters with the lefty. Dangerous at bat here. That one's ripped into the hole. Diving stop by the shortstop, but bobbles it a little bit, so everybody's safe. That turns the lineup over.
Yeah, real stinger from Mike. I think that's one that just has to get through. Yeah, now the lineup turns over with 2 outs. He's gonna have to be a bit careful. Nice strike from Lazy.
Yeah, beautiful pitch there before the count runs even. Low Flurabelle. Looking for a good at bat here, but is behind. Couple of painted fastballs from Tiger, and another gets him to pop up. Another 2-out rally gonna come to an end here. Lazy outdueling his opponent at the moment.
Yeah, so far so good for the Jackals. Lazy's having a great night on the mound. Mike just unable to really string it together at the last minute in some of these rallies. But that's what you want to see if you're the Jackals after dropping game 2. These are big bounce back games here in 3 and 4. The relief ace now coming out of the pen for Cooch Potato Nation. You can see Lazy already taking out Tiger.
Yeah, Linzosaurus very effective in both games for Mike. This changeup not in a good spot, but he's got him waving. Ham Choi, the pinch hitter. Yeah, Tiger done after just 1 or 2 at bats there. So one of the better relievers in that bullpen already scratched. Mike, 3-2 fastball, just misses. There's that incredible eye from Lazy.
Yeah, and that's work on the arm already of Linzosaurus, who's got 6 pitches now after the first batter. So let's see. Lazy might actually be contemplating a pinch runner. He wants to get every run he can. He knows how close this game could possibly end up.
And he remembers just how scary the 9th inning approach from Mike was in game 1, nearly completing what would have been a comeback for the ages. That lead was by 8. It was almost erased. This one only 3. Doesn't get Lazy to chase high. Gets him waving at the changeup. That's a theme we've seen. Fastball is pumped in, changeup to finish.
Yeah, Mike contemplating the stealer and also contemplating his pitch as well. It's a good sequence, getting Lazy way early on that change. And nicely done with the ground ball. Let's see if he can turn this. Now he chooses to go for the sure out. Probably the right move to stay conservative.
Yeah, if I had to guess, I'd say probably had him at second. Maybe the turn back to first isn't in time. But in any case, runner in scoring position. Dangerous situation with snappy pop at the plate. Went yard in the first.
Yeah, Pop's had a good
2-1.
night.
Yeah, that one just missed. So 3-1 changeup is in there. See what he does here. The 3-2 taken for a ball. What an at bat.
Yeah, very well done by Lazy, using his 3-hole hitter to work this reliever. Linzosaurus at 18 pitches, laboring a bit, trying to get through this inning. Mike just wants to keep this a 3-out any way he can. Just missing there with that changeup.
Kim Toe crushes it. Left center field. 6-0 Jackals.
Oof. Yeah, a bit of a mistake from Mike. You could see it was close to where he wanted it. That cutter, though, is a rough pitch if you don't quite get it on the edge. Lazy with one of the best home run hitters from Season 8. Get it done in the playoffs, adding 3 to the lead.
So Linzosaurus completely ineffective in her first inning here. Still only has gotten the 2 down. Now pitching to Kid K after another hit. Tense on the mojo. The pitch count rising. That one ripped up the middle. The hits just don't stop coming there. Fleurbell has to get it in quick. Lazy thought about 3, but not enough speed.
Yeah, you can see Lazy now looking quite dangerous at the plate as this game is wore on. Mike's trying to do anything he can, especially with the specialist engaged against some of these lefties to find this third out.
Gets him waving on the change. So now a 1-2 is outside. The lead is now 6 for the Jackals. Erupting with that 3-run home run. Excellent changeup there. Does end the inning. Lazy in the driver's seat, though.
Yeah, it's looking a bit more dangerous for Couch Potato Nation, but like you were saying earlier in that 7th, the lead was much higher, and we saw stranger things in Game 1 of this series alone, so I'm not counting Couch Potato Nation out just yet. But now we're into the Jackal bullpen. Lazy's with his own specialist on the mound, so he's going to be looking to get this done and quick with 6 outs to work with.
Looking to neutralize Noogle the Noble to start here. Does have the K-Dud trade now. And he got him on the fastball. Maybe just waving a bit, but it was placed in a good spot. Now Beaver Killer. Swinging first pitch, fouls it off. 0-1 is in there. Lazy pitching his, I would say, his best game of the 3 by far. Beaver Killer looking for the get, robbed by Lanky.
That's high.
Defense showing out here today. See if it continues into Game 4.
Yeah, a ton of defense from both teams in this game. A lot early from the Couch Potato Nation and all throughout the game from the Jackals, just stealing hits away from the Couch Potatoes.
Looking to flash the leather again was Wanda Whack, but instead it's a 2-out knock. So still some life in this particular inning for the Couch Potatoes. Little Lackey effective thus far. Swinging first pitch, grounded over to Lanky on a first. That will end the 8th. Lazy 3 defensive outs away from taking the driver's seat back with a 2-1 series lead.
Yeah, Mike just unable to get much done throughout this game as far as offense goes. The 6-run lead is something, you know, you expect to give up to Lazy. You expect a lot of the time to give up a bit more. Mike's still 3 outs to have to navigate here in the 8th. But, you know, anything can happen. But it's not looking great right now for the Couch Potatoes.
Little Lackey saw that screwball before. Lazy goes for the pinch hitter. So 2 relievers used. And it's Mike into his bullpen as well. Little strong legs. The junk baller. Falling way behind. Juicy Jones. Swinging 3-0. Crushes the curveball. Center field. Gone. 7-0 Jackals.
It's a great home run by Lazy. It's tough to turn on those curveballs. He waited well on it and just sent it to center field. That one carried.
Yeah, you can tell Lazy's certainly looking for something a bit slow there. There's no 4-seam on this pitcher. Couch getting ahead of Normus before evening the count.
Where are these missing?
Yeah, it looks like Mike just a hair off in his placement this game, where he was borderline perfect in Game 2 that we saw 2 nights ago. That one fell ball, so a 2-2 pitch upcoming to Normus. Just high.
It's going to make a great pitch here.
Going to be a bit outside. Lazy does swing. Not something you see a whole lot of, even on 93. 3-2 curve. Just misses, even with the wild accuracy. So, Lazy keeps it rolling. Not comfortable with his 7-run lead.
Yeah, that's dangerous for Mike. As Lazy is the home team, he doesn't want to end up giving up anything more in this inning.
Amy B. tense, the right fielder. That one ripped into the glove of his dudeness. Not sure where Lazy was going, so he's doubled up at first. And that sends us to the 9th.
Yeah, a bit of an Olay there from Lazy. And that's a good gift out for the Couch Potatoes. Lazy thinking, you know, after the end of Game 1, 7 runs might not be enough, but it's up to pack a punch with a great strike 1 to get 3 outs.
Swinging first pitch there, grounding it to Kid K lazily. So that's the first out. Couple more to go for Lazy.
Second baseman, number 8.
Bidding for his chance to rematch with Ashnod's coupon in the World Series. Went very well for Lazy last season.
Strike.
Obviously, plenty of work to be done to dispatch of Mike. Finds himself one step closer, though. 2 down in the ninth.
Now batting, the catcher, number 11.
That's down.
Checking his swing there, making the trailer guy. Still locked in.
That's low.
Pack a punch.
Deep right.
Delivers a nice fastball. Has been knocked around a bit in the playoffs.
Strike.
Now K-Man activates. Mickey the trailer guy
Ball outside.
checks his swing.
Good take to stay alive. Now it's full with the last out.
Oh, Mickey the trailer guy unloads. Left field. Track. Wall leaps. It's off that wall. So the game will at least continue. Another batter.
Yeah, it was probably the most well-hit ball of the night for Couch Potato Nation. Now we'll see it, the fate go to a pinch hitter in Blitzer Lopez.
Pop down the line on the first pitch. Blitzer Lopez, perfect off the bench in these playoffs. K-Man activates. And a good take. Swinging late on 103, and who wouldn't? That's a nasty pitch. That ends the game. That puts Lazy in a 2-1 series advantage in this best of 7.
Yeah, well done there by Lazy. Pitching the shutout. Mike just could not get anything going. And Lazy hitting a few big home runs there, getting the runners on base, and just making things very, very dangerous all game for Mike. There's not a lot more to be said. That's a commanding 2-1 lead in this series. We'll see what happens in Game 4 if Mike can even this one up.
Yeah, the big props there to Lazy for that pitching performance. We talk a lot about, or we praise people who pitch efficiently to Lazy because he's so elite, but the credit has to go the other way too. Mike, also an elite hitter in my mind. So a great job from Lazy navigating the Couch Potato lineup. That's going to send us to Game 4, which will be played at Lafayette Corner, the home of the Couch Potatoes. And we'll have that for you guys momentarily. We'll just take a break here, and we'll get the action coming right up. Game number 4, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Jackals 2, the Cooch Potatoes 1. Lazy looking for that commanding 3-1 lead. Obviously, Mike wants the tie. Players exchange quick pleasantries. It's number 4 starters. This starter definitely much more velocity than Dustpan Joe, but honestly, Dustpan Joe was effective nonetheless.
Yeah, Mike did well with his number 3 starter, Dustpan Joe, in the last game. Let's see now if his high velo number 4 starter is able to get a bit more done. Maybe get him on the winning side here in game number 4. He's got his home stadium Lafayette to deal with, which is a bit small.
And the count now is 2-2. Cox, center fielder, rips that one, but right at Nooble. I'm sorry, Nooble the Noble. So that's how this one starts.
Number 20.
That's a better start for Mike at Lafayette than we saw yesterday. First pitch of the game was a home run from Lazy.
Yeah, we thought that was probably going to spell disaster or at least big trouble once again. Mike, though, in the Lafayette game the other night, taking care of Lazy pretty handily.
Yeah, Lazy goes down to get that one very well, but it does go foul. Jumping ahead is Mike. Thinks about his 0-2, delivers a changeup, gets him swinging but foul. Back to the heat, popped up, but a nice hit. Towards that right center field gap, could be 2. Unable to get it is a little Flurabelle, so that turns into an extra base hit. Lazy getting back to the bag though. Wow, how did the tag miss?
I'm not sure. Maybe that's something that into the way that second base is sort of hard coded on that play is, but he looked like he was out to me after the turn back.
Oh, no replay review there, so it's a 2-out double. Suddenly danger here. Fastball late. 2-1. Evens the count. Mike looking to make that, or to erase that mistake. 2-2, got him early, but it's foul. Another 2-2. Almost identical result. Just gonna keep trying it, I guess. Misses.
Misses the spot that time, yeah. Makes it full.
Beautiful. Just a beautiful fastball there. And that's a better start in the first for the Cooch Potatoes than they had in game 3. Let's see if Mike can wake up at the plate, though. That was really his downfall in game number 3.
He's going up against Yosai Yish. I believe that's her first appearance at all in the playoffs this season. So they're using a fresh arm, his number 4 starter.
Yeah, that attribute setup in the bottom left, reminiscent of some of the starter relievers we saw in season 8. Just a velo dump, really. Well, Flurabelle gets jammed a bit. It's straight to the second baseman. No problem for him. That's 1 down.
Yeah, we'll see if that proves to be difficult here with the jump to 93. Mike was timing things up a little bit towards the end of that game, but he had a lot of trouble hitting the fastball. As you can see right there, tough on the 99-mile-an-hour heater.
And trouble with runners in scoring position, too, seemed to be a theme. So things for Mike to clean up if he wants to even the series. Obviously, the pitching still very formidable from Lazy. Gets the head of Noogle the Noble. Got him waving at the changeup. It's to that left side. Backhanded by Zilla. On to first. 2 easy outs.
Yeah, you can see Mike just expanding his zone a little bit, I think, throughout these games 3 and 4. At least early on here in game 4 as well. And that's been hurting him some, causing a lot of that weak contact. I think he can wait for Lazy to make a few mistakes like that, and he'll get on base. So nice 2-out single with Beaver Killer.
Yeah, 2-out knock there. That's going to bring up Quentin Berezino, a very dangerous hitter. That was a curveball hung in the zone that he punished. That one just nicking the zone.
Ball outside.
Couple of check swings coming out from Mike. Rips that fastball. Caught by Kid K, who has been, I'd say, perfect.
Yeah, it's tough for Mike. Every time he seems to get somebody on or something maybe going a little bit, he hits it right at Kid K for a diving, jumping, or just a liner right at her.
Speaking of liners, there is the first out on a line out. So it'll bring it to Kid K. Has a chance here. Rips the curve. Left center field gap. Ogliocto dives. Cannot make the catch. Bounces around out there before Flurabelle picks it back up. But it's an easy double for Kid K here in the second.
Yeah, tough one for Mike. I think he takes a different route to that and maybe times the dive a little bit better. He makes that catch. It's a slow runner on second base though, so that's a bit of something that you can take from that. But he's gonna have to navigate well here as that one's hit right up the middle. See, Kid K's not gonna get home here.
Yeah, and many other runners in the Jackals lineup, and that would be a run. But like you said, the speed a factor there. So still, it's still a jam here for Mike to navigate. Ashnod's Coupon is the name of the pitcher, the number 4 starter here for Mike. Same name as the player that is awaiting in the World Series for one of these two. 2-1, rip to center. Fleurball dives, cannot make the play. So that first run of the game on the RBI single for the Jackals.
Yeah, now there's some danger on the base paths though. Mike getting lazy to swing really early on that changeup. Puts him away for out number 2. And that's a blessing.
So for 3 games in a row, it is Lazy who strikes first. Still threatening. That one into the gap. That'll score 1, if not 2. Will Fleurball races, picks it up on the bare hand, gets it back in. It will score 2, so it is 3-0 here early.
Well done by Lazy to sit back on that changeup after he immediately popped out on the last one. So you can tell he's starting to adjust. This is the widely considered greatest hitter in the game today, and he's definitely going to be picking things up as you go, picking up those patterns.
2-1 curve is popped up, so this will end the inning. Damage has been done though. Lazy scores 3 times in the top of the second. We go to the bottom half. 5, 6, and 7. Mike must start adjusting at the plate if he wants to stay in these things. That was ripped, but it will be right at the right fielder.
Yeah, indeed he does. It's been tough for the Cooch Potato Nation, not being able to get the offense really rolling. All the bats pretty cold. All the rallies seeming to be quelled pretty quickly. You can see he's checking on a few of these out of the zone. As long as he's not offering at them, he might be in good shape throughout this game.
Perhaps a bit of a late dive there from Zilla. So that's a 1-out knock. Brings up BK, second baseman. Looking to start something here.
Yeah, Mike needs to find some success with this hitter. Been having trouble at the plate with him.
That one looked more like a pitch out than anything. Nothing happening. BK trying to flip it down the line. Caught by Kid K. Steps on the back. She is a magnet.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing over there at first base for this Jackals team. It's just, she is indeed a magnet. Everything seems to be going right to her glove, and she's hanging out right at the bag every time.
Yeah, gotta be a factor in Mike's head by now, you would think. Still pitching here in the top of the third is Ashnod's Coupon. 37 pitches. That one fouled into the dugout.
Nope, inside.
Goes with the up and in fastball. Blows it by Kimto.
Yeah, nicely done by Mike. Good using the fastball, timing to get past perhaps one of the strongest hitters in this lineup. This is going to have to be a well-placed pitch, and it's just below the zone for the walk.
Yeah, the walks, I think, are the difference between what we saw on Tuesday and what we're seeing today. Some of those 3-2 pitches on Tuesday from Mike weren't missing, whereas they are today. Lazy, to his credit, making some very good takes. Now swinging a hot stick, bidding for the seeds. He's got it. 5-0, Black Jackals.
Yeah, that one was hit well, 404 feet, so not really a cheapie for Lazy. It looks like it sort of snuck over the wall over there. You know how Lafayette, not the biggest park.
Yeah.
But Lazy's doing well adjusting here to Mike's sequencing, and you can see tonight he's scoring the runs, and he's doing really well on the mound as well.
So it's a 5-0 ball game. Still plenty of track here. Lemon-Zilla now facing the tense Ashnod's Coupon. 47 pitches here with 2 outs in the top of the third.
Yeah, it's just going to keep climbing, so Mike might see his bullpen very, very early in this game.
This one has extra bases written all over it as well. Octo gets to it, fires it in. Will be a relatively close play, but in there with the double is Zilla. Things ready to get out of hand here. Jumps ahead, 0-2. Change up, nothing going. Now 1-2, runner aboard, freezes him. So a good pitch there. Nice from Mike to battle back after surrendering some runs.
Yeah, it's just the offensive side of the ball now that seems to be the biggest problem for Couch Potato Nation. I mean, the runs are one thing, but we said before, he's shown the ability to jump back into games lightning fast. And you feel like it's right around the corner at any swing.
Meanwhile, Lazy continues to throw competitive pitches right on cue. Kid K with another diving stop. Sound like a broken record at this point.
Yeah, Mike just can't catch a break over at first base. That's a beautiful play from Kid K, snatching away another hit. Like you said, Lazy's doing a great job just getting the ball where he wants it, using the heater well, using his sequences well. Look at those two fastballs just catching the zone, putting Mike down fast.
Fast as in 3 pitches, good night. Real King, the pinch hitter, annihilated there by Yosei Yeesh.
No, that's inside.
Lazy working on a nice shutout streak as far as innings go.
Yeah, he is now. It's at, what is that, 11 2/3 perhaps?
And plus whatever happened
Plus
at the
whatever,
tail end of game 2. Yeah, so a nice streak here for Lazy. Mike already into his pen. That is the day for Astronaut's Coupon. Linzosaurus got knocked around in game 3, called upon again here in game 4.
Mike hitting his spots quickly though. Nice fastballs to start off the AB.
Ball, that's low.
Yeah, pitching to the pitcher. Gets her looking. So yeah, like you said, beautiful fastballs there. Big strikeout, start the inning. Turns the lineup over. A different start here for Linzosaurus. Last game, I believe she walked her first batter.
But she could not find the zone in the back-to-back Ks.
Yeah, she's got the zone here. Working it beautifully there. Now Amy B's stats nerfed a bit by the specialist trait. It doesn't seem to matter a whole lot against these elite hitters, but I would say especially with the contact, any fractional advantage can make a difference.
Yeah,
this change
absolutely.
Going anywhere.
No, that's low.
That one just missing, even when it was wild. Mike going back to the fastball, spots it well, blows him away. I believe he struck out the side.
Yeah, he did. Linzosaurus coming out of the pen firing after the bad outing in game 3. Mike, well done with his relief ace.
Pitching from these guys, from Lazy, has been borderline perfect. From Mike, has been spotty. When it has been on, it's been excellent. Struck him out on 3 pitches. These Lazy couldn't stop scoring in the first couple innings. Last couple innings of this game, it's been a pitching clinic for both these guys.
Yeah, it really has. Lazy is in the fastball really well the past couple innings. Mike, though, with a good swing on that outside heater, puts it into center field for a single. And maybe that'll get the ball rolling at least a little bit for Couch Potato Nation.
Yeah, if nothing else, breaking the rhythm up a little bit.
Number 30.
We'll see what Berezino can do. See if Lazy keeps pitching away, try and get him to hit it to Kid K again. Really relying on that fastball here is Lazy, and it's working. Goes off speed, but it's high. Runner at first. Punches him out with a changeup that just nicked the top of the zone. That's dirty.
That is dirty. Well placed from Lazy. Like we've said, he's been pitching great tonight. Great sequences and just keeping Mike really off balance. Mike swings at that one, weakly lifted over to second base for out number 3.
Yeah, Lazy pitching an absolute gem here, making Mike look silly on some of these swings. This changeup dangerous. The snappy pops it up. Placing his next pitch carefully there is Mike. The 0-2 is a strikeout, 4 in a row for Linzosaurus.
Yeah, getting it done out of the pen, and uses quite a few pitches to get these strikeouts done. You can see she's up at 16, but 4 really quality outs. If you can just keep the ball away from Lazy and get outs, that's a great way to do it.
Like, earns her the locked-in mojo. Deficit is still 5. Bidding for 5 straight strikeouts? Oh, I thought she had it. The 2-2.
Inside.
Not chasing as Lazy. Full count pitch, got him waving. There's 5 straight.
Wow, that was a really important pitch to a very dangerous hitter. Mike maybe missed the spot a hair, but really switching up the time with the changeup. Got Lazy way out in front. Nicely done. Let's see if he can get 6.
He's in the driver's seat. An 0-2 pitch on the way. Popped up. Another 0-2.
Got him.
6 in a row for Linzosaurus out of the pen.
I can't believe that. That is something, if anything, to take from this game. Mike is just blowing Lazy away after he switched his pitchers.
Gotta find some momentum. He's got to convert the momentum to the plate. Otherwise, it's all for naught. But yeah, like you said, still a good takeaway. This one should be a leadoff single. Going down and getting the curve was Mike. Let's see if the Cooch Potatoes rally.
Yeah, it's going to be important now. It's in the hands of BK's Dudeness, a 7-hole hitter, to try and keep it going. No ground balls, and that one's lifted to the left, so at least no double play.
I believe that's going to drop the batting average of BK down below 200. Just not something you're used to seeing from any hitter in a lineup as good as this one.
Yeah, it seems to be the hitter who always seems to be up for Mike when he's trying to get the ball rolling, and it's not really happening for him.
This one could be 2. Mickey flips it over to third, to Lanky, to first. An inning-ending double play there. It just seems like every time Mike may be finding something, he finds a double play.
Yeah, the Jackal's taking it right away, and here's the main culprit of the evening in Kid K at the plate.
Sora's still working. Her spot is next in the lineup. Could we see a 7th in a row?
Starting to
Mike.
tire.
Yeah, starting to tire just a little bit. Velocity's still up there. Will we see the fastball here? No, it's going to be a 3rd changeup in a row. 1-2. Got her waving. 7 in a row.
Lucky number 7 for Mike. Wowza, I can't believe this. Coming out of the pen, too, with a reliever. This is insane.
I need to know what more she's got to do to be on fire. I mean, seriously, 7 batters, 7 strikeouts.
I mean, you brought about a really great point. Here comes possibly another. Ooh, Lazy breaking the
streak.
Yeah,
the streak is dead. There, 7 straight strikeouts though for Linzosaurus out of the pen. Big props to Mike. But
that has to be some sort of record. I'm gonna say that's some sort of record.
Right. At least at an ego like 93. Just incredible. Or I should say against a hitter like Lazy. Yeah. So it is a 1-2-3 inning nonetheless. That could be it for Linzosaurus. Looks like we'll see Mers. No, it will be Josh Ho. Mike favoring the lefty-righty matchup.
Yeah, he's got okay contact, not a lot of power. So let's see if we can sneak one in. That one lifted to right though. Easily caught by B for out number 1.
So the cool sequence with all of those strikeouts there for Mike, really impressive. But overall, the game really just not in his favor, and time is running out. Still 5-0.
Yeah, it's moving very quickly for Lazy when Mike's at the plate.
Just not able to generate much in the way of deep counts. Swinging late on fastballs like that one.
That's outside.
Yosei Yeesh locked in. Got a pitch maybe to handle there, was just a bit early. 2-2 to Noogle is high. So now with 2 outs, a full count pitch coming. Got him to pop it up. Shallow right field. Back is K. Makes the catch. So we head to the top of the 7th. We're in the final third of this game. Mike looking to score anything tonight, really.
Yeah, he needs some runs, and quickly, to stay in this at all. Nicely done on the first pitch with his reliever, a little strong legs to get an out.
Yeah, very different look here out of the pen than we saw from Linzosaurus with all that velocity. Falling behind on Normus. That one's shallow. It is foul. We go with the inside cutter here. Could be ball 3, and it is, though narrowly. 3-2 pitch to Normus. Just low. There's another walk.
Yeah, that was a bit of a wild one. I wasn't sure that one missed, though. It's a tough break for Mike, giving up the walk. It's a ton of speed at the bag, but nicely done on the first pitch for the next batter to get a fly out to center.
Yeah, the walk, always nice when if you do walk someone, it's always nice to follow up with the one pitch out.
Number 5.
Gets it there. Now falling behind on snappy pop.
Ball outside.
Go with a backdoor change here, and it's effective. Looks like Lazy may have been taking all the way.
Deep
Or
right.
perhaps contact swinging. 2-2.
Ball outside.
Now a 3-2. A change. Up the middle. BK backhands on to first.
He's out.
So Mike, he's found his footing on the mound. That's 4 straight scoreless innings. But it's time to find it at the plate. Otherwise, he's staring down the gun of a 3-1 deficit.
Yeah, he needs to just
Ball, that's low.
find his zen or something and wait for his pitch. You can see here he's ahead in the count, so he doesn't want to jump at anything. Yosaish is starting to tire, but she's locked in.
2-1 coming to Beaver Killer is
Ball,
high.
that's outside.
So a deep count here, if nothing else, from Mike. Swings at ball 4. Tantalizing fastball. Good idea from Lazy. And he gets him on a similar pitch. That one was in the zone, but he's just late for the strikeout.
Yeah, tough for Mike. I don't know. Tonight he's just late on the fastball. Can't really square it up a lot.
That's outside.
It's been to Lazy's benefit greatly, and Mike just having so much trouble this evening.
Did time up that one well, but it's right to the second baseman.
Now batting. The left.
Ugly Octo now. Yosaish still in this game, the number 4 starter, throwing an absolute gem. And a quick 1-2-3 inning for Lazy. He marches forward.
Yeah, this is the type of pitching performance Lazy needed in both games tonight to really solidify his footing in this series. You know, Mike running out of chances, like we've said, and now the 8th inning. And if Lazy can find any padding, it's not going to look real good.
So a bit of a looper of a single there. This one could be 2. BK dives, makes a nice play, gets it to second. Beaver Killer fires to first, but just late. Good play nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a hard play to flip the double play on. Nicely done just with the dive to get at least 1 out. And you can see on the next pitch, Mike's going to get another out, out number 2.
Yeah, some good pitching. This is a game where if you're a hitter as capable as Mike, if you end up losing this game, you got to be kicking yourself. You know, you hold the best hitter in the world to just the 5 runs. I guess that's debatable. He's certainly the best all-around player in the world, but
Ball outside.
probably the best, at least, contact hitter in the world.
Ball, that's low.
Yeah, it's very, very tough for Mike. It's going to sting for sure. That one might sneak out. It's hit hard by Lazy to right field. Berezino with the jump. It's off the wall. It's going to be an insurance run for the Jackals nonetheless.
Yeah, an RBI triple. That one hung up there forever. Allowed the batter to round the bases before it came down. I guess Mike fortunate there that it wasn't 2 runs. Still with a chance to get out of this. Larry Lanky
Foul
had a
ball.
pitch to handle there, just missed.
Foul ball.
Now in the driver's seat is Lil Strong Legs.
Ball, that's inside.
Bit of a 2-way player here, a reliever for the Couch Potatoes and the center fielder for the AAA Prowlers.
Yeah, it was actually something I was thinking during his last appearance as he gives up the walk there to Lazy. So the inning is extended and the on-fire Yosaish. Look at those stats. Wowza.
Yeah, Lazy typically not gun-shy to go to his bench when the pitcher is up. Chooses to hit with yeesh there. Doesn't really pay off, but Jackals do add an insurance run. 6 defensive outs remain for them.
This is the time
Yeesh.
for
Yeah.
Mike and his team to find his rhythm, but Lazy has found his own rhythm. Yeah, I was going to say, he's going nuts on the mound.
Yeah, she's on fire. And we were talking about the mojo earlier.
Ball, that's
7
low.
innings, 5 strikeouts, only 4 base runners.
Foul ball.
Mike does a good job fouling that off on a pitch he was fooled by. 1-2, ripped right at Lanky. Seems like when Mike is finding the hard contact, he's just not placing it perfectly.
Yeah, he's scoring it out, but he's not getting much lift on the ball, and that's been where a lot of those tough outs have been coming from. A lot of those hard liners around the infield being snatched up by the Jackals defense.
BK swinging on that one on 2-0, grounded out to the shortstop. 1 out to go in the 8th.
Number 11.
Swinging first pitch is Mickey. Back to Yeesh. Gobbles it up, fires to first, An easy breezy inning there for Lazy. Little strong legs back to the mound. Mike in danger here of getting shut out 2 games in a row.
Yeah, this is very uncharacteristic of the Couch Potato offense. Is that one for Lazy? Nicely swung on the changeup. Brings it into center field for a hit.
Now batting.
Lazy looking to add on here.
Number 20.
Obviously, he knows, even with the hitting that we've seen from Mike tonight, even a 6-run lead could evaporate.
Yeah, in a stadium like this, for sure, anything can happen come the bottom of the 9th inning.
That one ripped over the head of Craig Eula, so back-to-back leadoff singles here. See if Mike thinks about going to his high velo closing pitcher. Exactly what's going to happen here. Soaked into the game. Fastball, changeup, curveball. That one popped up. Ogliocto waves everybody off on the warning track. Has it.
Yeah, I think Mike banking on the fact that Lazy was going to be sitting fastball and the hard-throwing reliever coming out of the pen. Nicely done, switching up the timing and getting him with the changeup to fly out.
Similar thing I think happened there. He's way ahead. Curveball misses. So only 1-1 count. Ripped by Toe. Deep right field. Berezino can only watch it fly. This game now I think a bit out of hand. The Jackals rolling.
Yeah, it's a huge home run, Kim Toe. Another one tonight. I think he had one in the last game. I think also multi-run, perhaps 3-run as well. Either way, Lazy crushing the ball tonight, showing off his power. That one a bit missed. That's really unfortunate for Mike.
Yeah, definitely, I guess you could say a distinct pitch there. Gives Lazy a chance to rip it. So he's got a double there. Threatening to take this lead to double digits. Seems like a far cry from the middle of the game where Mike was cutting through this lineup. That's another hit through the right side. Rally keeps chugging on.
Yeah, even when he's not hitting home runs, Lazy seems to find those holes through the infield and like loops into the outfield as well. Just a ton of plate presence, always able to get to the ball. Unless you can really switch up his timing like Mike's done with some of these changeups and breaking balls tonight.
12 pitches for Soaked. Obviously, closing pitchers feature much less stamina than any other kind of pitcher in Super Mega Baseball, so it's going to be a problem here soon, but that's a good pitch for the strikeout.
Now batting, the second baseman.
It's a huge out, number 2.
That one over the head of Nugel. That will bring in the 10th run of the ball game for the Jackals. No mercy rule here as it is the top half of the 9th, so we're getting a full game in no matter what. But that is a very commanding lead, and I think we're headed towards that commanding 3-1 lead in the series.
Yeah, you can see Mike again getting another one of those tough misplaced pitches. He's got a really dangerous hitter in Yosai Yish, the way she's locked in right now, or on fire right now at the plate.
That one will strike her out. That'll end the inning. Yeah, that was Yosei Yish, so it looks like Lazy looking for the complete game shutout with his number 4 starter. We go to Mersdrone off the bench for the Couch Potatoes. Mers rips it. Couch Potatoes not shut out tonight.
Finally, a run for Couch Potato Nation. First pitch of the bottom of the 9th inning. Absolutely crushed into right field. Nicely done for Mike. But Lazy's still got that 9-run cushion to work with. He's just got to find 3 outs and cruise.
Yeah, not taking any chances here. He goes to pack a punch. That is the outing for Yosei Yish, but she was magical. 8 shutout innings before surrendering the solo shot. Little Floribel tense in a 1-2 count. K-man trait. Mike swinging, made contact. Oh, it is past the glove of the shortstop. So a fortunate play there.
Yeah, nice to get that quick, fast leadoff runner on and little Floribel. You can see Nugel the Noble a little bit tense. Let's see if that plays into this at-bat at all.
Swinging, popping it up there was Nugel. Like you said, maybe the reduced contact reticle playing in. Tough to know. It goes so fast. But that's the first out. Beaver Killer 2 singles. So has been effective today in a lineup that has not been. That could end the game. Zilla fires to first, and it will. The commanding 3-1 driver's seat belongs to the Tokyo Black Jackals. Looking to return to that World Series. We will have to wait at least another night, though.
Yeah, well done by Lazy tonight in both games. Just score a ton of runs and really make the difference. Mike just was really unable to keep up on the offensive side of the ball, and it just really can't give Lazy enough commendments on how well he pitched.
Yeah, we were talking after game 2 about Mike's pitching and how incredibly dominant it was. It was something we talked about in the pregame show tonight. But, I mean, if you want to talk dominating pitching, it was Lazy, and it was what we saw tonight. Just masterful from both of his starting pitchers, from the relievers he did bring in. Just electric. Not a whole lot you can ask for if you're a Jackals fan. He's one win away from a back-to-back World Series.
Yeah, one more win for the Jackals will send him into the rematch with Ashnod's Coupon, who awaits after the 6-game set with the Beaky Bay Birdies, where he showed off his power pretty well. So we could have that rematch on our hands. Mike, though, still in this set with the 1 win. Could maybe make things interesting come games 5, 6, and 7. He just really has to get that offense going. We saw the pitching throughout some of these games tonight and earlier in the series. You know it's there, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward.
If nothing else, he does reset his rotation there after 4 games played. That is true for both players, though. And with the way we saw Lazy pitching right now, I mean, things can always change since the next games will be played on a different day. But the way it's going right now, that rotation reset may just help Lazy a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, it's going to be exciting to see if Mike can come back or if Lazy is headed for that rematch with Ashnod's Coupon, who he dispatched of in a sweep last season. In any case, that's all we've got for you tonight. Make sure and tune in tomorrow night. Let me get the time here for you. It will be Pizza Volcano and Phillies Rock, hopefully closing up their series. At least a couple games will be played. We'll see if they go to 7, if we get that in for you on the same broadcast. That starts at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. That will be myself and Light Snack returning to the booth to call that game. That's been a fantastic series, so you don't want to miss that.
Mm-hmm.
So for Dwayne, I've been Weaver for Prez. Dwayne, it's all yours.
Thank you, Weaver. Thanks for joining me again tonight. A lot of fun in the booth, as always, doing color with you and your play-by-play. Great games from our participants tonight. Thank you for Mike for streaming. Thank you for Lazy for putting on a great show. Mike as well with the pitching. And thank you all for joining us tonight. It's been really, really great to bring these games to you. All the semifinals, like I said, I think in the pregame show, have been extremely electric. The Ego Bump has definitely shown some interesting baseball being played, and it's made things really exciting. So going forward, be sure not to miss anything. We'll have everything updated for you as we go on. And thank you all again for joining us tonight. Hope you're well. That's it.
Have a good night, everyone.